Hello everybody, we are the Literary Ants, don't forget. But this time we're talking about that.
Scrapbooks.
What is a scrapbook, Kit?
It's a book, sometimes quite old and in terrible condition, where I cut out pictures and stories and things and collect them, and have done it ever since I was 14 years old.
What is it for?
I don't think you think about that when you start. I think you just see a picture, an article. Initially it was pictures and fashion for me. I like to see pictures of fashion, and I started collecting them. And I like doing layout. I like pages with surprises behind them. And then afterwards I realized that I'd actually created a historical document. I would recreate pages from fashion magazines. And then in retrospect, you find out what you're all about. And jokes, there are jokes everywhere.
Yeah.
So they are a document which represents a part of my life. It's not all of me, but it's part of me. It's what I was able to get from magazines and what's available. And so it talks about the world I grew up in.
Yeah.
It talks about how I responded to that world. As a teacher, I have found it quite useful with students. I've said, you know, if you do a scrapbook, it will tell you what you're interested in, and it could actually map out where you could be going.
Do you think this can be a therapy?
I don't know. Well, it's fun. It's enormous fun. So, yes, it could be. I wouldn't. It could be therapy if somebody wanted to do that. I was in a boarding school. And so for me it was a completely different thing from, you know, getting up at 6 in the morning to go to Mass. I'm not Catholic. Going to class, which was very disciplined. So I mean, something like this has its own discipline. I mean, a layout like this has a lot of discipline in it, but the enormous amount of fun in superimposing these pictures. Did
this idea come out of thin air, or were you inspired by someone or something?
No, at school we were given white paper to write on and do our own creative things on, and I started sticking pictures on them. And in fact they stopped giving me paper because I was using up everybody's paper, because I I went crazy making scrapbooks. These are later scrapbooks. It just started out of the blue like that. As I said, it becomes a historical document. This was the Van Gogh that sold for £24 million, and here for only 20p. And then there is a lot of political stuff in here. This was the miners' strike, where with Margaret Thatcher, where she was trying to convert to nuclear, and it destroyed the coal industry and the lives of coal miners in the process. Personal stuff as well. I went to Egypt. I visited Egypt. I took photographs, and then I wrote an article on what I'd observed in Egypt.
Yeah, Kit, is there a particular moment where you decide to take them out? I mean, when you feel sad or you feel excited about something, or just when you want to remember old stuff, old things, old experience?
Frequently they come out as a historic. I'm looking for a reference to a historical thing, or this was a dinner that we had in the Cinque Terre, and you know, remember that time we ate somewhere and it was a very good meal. They're there. So I pull them out. Sometimes when I want to look at children's art, I love children's art. This is children's art, this is an adult. That, you can see the difference there.
Yeah.
The same subject. They are a pleasure to look at. And then I think, you know, was I crazy? Did I really like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that way it's a memory and it's a therapy. I take them out for different reasons. If I want to teach, I do pull out these articles when I want to teach something. It's not nostalgia, it's curiosity about the past and what it tells us about the present. These have still got to be categorized. I also use photographs like these, which are very expressive photographs, for drawings. I might convert this into a drawing. or a painting. I might easily tear some of these pictures out of the scrapbook and use them as in collage.
Kit, do you think that our approach has changed or has been changing all over these years? I mean, our approach to photographs, to images, well, in general.
We react differently to photographs. Well, we are surrounded by photographs all the time. Pictures, 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 pictures. So how we react to them, they have to speak to us. They speak to people differently at different times.
Well, you know, there's someone who says that pictures, all these pictures, million of pictures, all look like the same because we use the same filters for doing them. And so they're not real, not anymore. And the pictures taken years ago where we didn't have so many filters to transform them were more real than the ones that we have now. They were closer to reality somehow, because now you see a picture and you can see only the filter that was used for producing this picture and maybe for putting it online.
Yeah,
and this is a nice theory, I think, because many pictures but with the same filters, and so we always see the same picture somehow.
I think that's probably true of any time, because you see your world through the cultural filters that you have implanted in your brain, because we're always influenced by society around us. Whether you're being manipulated, purposefully manipulated to buy something or identify with something or approve of something or disapprove of something, possibly there are stronger ways of doing it now because the art is so refined now.
Yeah. Kit, just one last question,
Okay.
because the battery is almost gone. Yeah. Do you think you're going to make this still for a very long time, or how do you? I don't know. How do you feel about making scrapbooks now?
Well, it's a matter of time. Also, this is one of the oldest ones I did. Lots of time to lay things out. Now I'm retired, I might have more time to start again. This is David Niven's autograph, by the way. I met him at London Airport. Please, can I have your autograph?
And he was so nice to give you his autograph.
Yes, he actually waited for me to go and fetch a pen, because I didn't even have a pen. I just said, can I have your autograph? And he said, well, can you give me a pen? And I said,
at least.
I haven't got one.
Yeah.
So I ran up and got a pen. Oh, he's not going to wait for me, he's not going to wait for me. And he did. He was a perfect gentleman. Maybe I'll do it to get my thoughts in order again, because yes, it takes on different valence at different times in one's life. I might put more poetry in it.
So before we say goodbye, an icon from the 60s.
Yes, Twiggy. That's a fun page. I had a lot of fun putting this page together. So yes, it's fun. We need fun. I need fun.
We all need fun.
We all need fun. Yes.
And to be entertained.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I entertain, and I entertain myself, and then I entertain my guests when they want to look at my scrapbooks. Bye.